Sure, for sure. All right. All right. All right. All right. This is the Positive Forces Show. It's the Positive Forces Show, always giving you more, sending you positive
to
vibes.
change your life.
I'm your host, Kimone Hall,
And I'm your co-host, Yola, Yoli.
in the house. What's up, Yola, Yoli, Yols?
Nothing. What's up, Kimmy Kim?
Hey, I'm chilling. Happy birthday again.
Yes.
I hope you're celebrating like until the end of next month.
Um, that's not a bad idea because my birthday is towards the end of June. So I think maybe another 2 weeks would be nice because um I can do some things that I wanted to do. Like for Kimone's birthday, I wanted to take her to the spa. We haven't done that yet. And I also want to I want to go to the spa too. So I think that's something that we can do for our birthday celebration. So you're going to have to extend your birthday celebration too.
Oh, listen, I'm all for that. I can do it all through the summer.
Right. Wait, was it you that told me that there was a person or friend you knew or lady, maybe I saw it online, where she just celebrate her birthday for the entire year?
The whole year?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
To each his own.
That's crazy. I mean, you know what? Why not? Celebrate life, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Every day is important, right, guys? So
That's
it
true.
just so happens that that one day is the actual day you were born onto the earth.
Yeah.
But every day is important. Every day should be your day. Every day should be our day.
Yeah. Celebrate life.
Somehow.
How was your week?
Um.
Oh boy. Oh no, I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, guys. So my week. Let me see. Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday was my birthday, so I was off on Tuesday. I took Tuesday off.
Right.
I never work on my birthday, and I went to Nothing Bundt Cakes for my free bundt cake.
All right.
But I ended up getting another one because I felt kind of greedy and birthday.
Oh.
And I paid. Okay. Any of the listeners. I usually go to all the free places. So last year, Kimone and her mom, shout out to mommy,
Hey, mommy.
and her son, shout out to Michael.
Yes, yes.
They chauffeured me all around Snellville for all of my birthday stuff. It was amazing. I sat in the back of the beautiful car that this one has, and I was just chilling. It was awesome because usually I'm driving everywhere, right? So
That's true.
this year I went to Publix. So I say that because last year when I went to Publix, I got the free cake. This year I got the free ice cream. And of course, I couldn't decide between two flavors. So what did I do? What do you think? I got both. That's what I did.
That's what's up. She got both, guys.
Yes, I got both. And then one of my church sisters, for those of you that don't know, I go to New Bethel in Lithonia. Okay. It's like literally 10 minutes from my house, and I love it. So I go there, New Bethel, Lithonia. Shout out to my church and my church family. One of my church sisters owns her own natural body store, and it's called Ison.
Nice.
And she gave me this beautiful gift box with a candle that you melt. Aww. And once it melts, it's a body butter. And she gave me some leave-in conditioner and co-wash. And in the box was also a soap in a satchel. And the satchel you use for exfoliation with the soap in it, it works so well, Tina. I love it. Nice. And the soap smells really good too. And it stays on you after you take a shower. Yeah. And also in that box was some body butter. So those were my gifts for
that's nice
for my birthday. So
shout out.
Yeah, I had a good birthday. So Tuesday, fast forward. Wednesday, back to the office, and I was like, oh shoot. Why didn't I take this day off too?
Right.
Right? Okay.
The day after. So now you know for next year, the day after.
So now I know for next year, your birthday is not enough for Yola. It has to be that day and the day after, right, my friends? So Wednesday, I went to the office. Thursday, work from home. Friday, work from home. I pretty much, in my head, took the week off. So as long as all of my work was done, my brain checked out, and I was just like, okay, great.
Okay.
Happy birthday. And then I went to sleep on Friday night after watching the Squid Game season 3 finale. You guys out there that are Squid Game fans, what did you all think? Let us know in the comments or call in. Anywho, I watched all of that. It's amazing. And then I woke up today and I was on the Positive Forces show. Boom. Just like that. So that was my week. How was your week, Kimmy Kim? Kimmy Kim was still on vacation.
Yes.
Amazing life.
Yes.
How was your week?
My week is good.
Awesome.
My week is good. I'm chilling. I'm still working. I'm still working from home.
Okay.
I feel like it because I'm still working on some things for the job. So that's pretty cool. But it's at my own pace. So that's really good. That's good. Still doing schoolwork and everything else. But yeah, my son's taking up a lot of my time with his endeavors, which I love. I'm supportive. If you're not a supportive mom, try to be one. And support your kids with what they're doing. Yeah. So
definitely,
he's tying that up too. So,
in time and words.
Yes. You choose radio, Reggae Global Radio family. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. All right. We're going to be talking about cheating or not. What's crossing the line? That's what we're going to be talking about today.
I want to give a shout out to Lisa.
Yes, Lisa.
My girl, Lisa. Welcome to the Positive Forces show. Good evening to you, and thank you for the happy belated birthday wish. And it's okay. Lots of people do that. It's okay.
Autocorrect.
That's
not her fault.
Thank you. Absolutely not. So I feel you. It's okay. Thank you. I just appreciate the birthday.
For sure.
Shout out. Thank you.
Prayer?
Yes. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you, Lord, for bringing us here on the Positive Forces show. Lord, help us to keep our tongues responsible. Remind us that the tongue is very powerful. And when words come out of your mouth, so you can't take them back. So make sure, Lord, that when we speak to ourselves and when we speak to others, that it's from a place of love. That we always try to put love first and then speak, or take a time out to think before you speak and think of the word love and then speak your truth. And I pray, Lord, that you continue to walk with us and guide us. Help us on our journey to get closer to you, Lord Jesus, and never, ever let us go. I pray in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Hey. Let's see. Ben, what's going on, Ben? Good evening to you.
Ben says this is going to be interesting. Why you say that, Ben?
The topic, yeah.
You know, I want to say one thing about my birthday. I have this thing on Facebook where anybody that sent me a birthday wish, I answer every single one of them individually. I do it all every year because it's important to me to just take the time out to wish me happy birthday. So I hope that I got everyone. I will do a mass thank you happy birthday also. I'm just waiting for like the week to end and then I'll do it.
Yeah, and that's important because people take their time to do that. Even if I don't care how long it is, it's just still their time.
Yeah.
So that's good. All right. So shout out. Yosie's thought for the day?
I wasn't going to do one, but I just thought of something that I think it's good for us to try.
Okay.
I'm always about trying things, right? So I find for myself that I always like to try something new.
Okay.
Whether it's a creative thing, making things, dancing, whatever. And I think that this is a good way for me to keep my brain stimulated, learn a new skill. Maybe it's something that I can use to have another business or a side hustle or something. So moving forward this week, I would like all of us to try and see what kind of new skill you can learn. And once you learn it and you perfect it, try something else.
Right.
Because it's important for us to always be learning, right? So if you see a new workout you want to try, like I want to try the one where you hang from the ceiling on the ribbons. Yeah. So try that. Or if you want to try picking up a Bible study or a a Bible regimen where you read a scripture every day. Try that. Try that. It takes a while to form these habits, and so if you want to do that for the spiritual part, I think that's a good way. I'm part of Bible Study Fellowship, and they actually have a summer program while we're off right now. And then also I use this Bible app that has quotes of the day, and they have somebody that explains the quote, and they have a way for you to connect with God. So this week coming forward, guys, I want us all to try something new, pick up a new skill. It's good for you mentally, physically. It's just going to help you. It's a good thing to learn a new skill, to always keep improving yourself. It's about improvement and betterment of self. So, and then when we come back, I want you guys to tell us what you did. So follow-up question.
All right. Sounds good.
And that's the only start for today.
All right. That's good.
Yeah. My skill I just picked up was making deodorant. I made my own deodorant. Yes.
And you say it's working well.
It is working well. I love it. It is lavender lemongrass. And I am not going back.
No.
Nope.
Wow.
No, it's a wrap. Stuff is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it. It lasts all day.
24 hours.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. Interesting. What y'all think? You think we should try? I think I should try it, and I'll let y'all know how it really is, because I'm gonna give y'all the real.
I'll give you the real, and that means I give you the fake real. But yeah,
I'll give you the real and see if it really works.
Yes.
No, that's good though. That's good. Kudos to you for making your own deodorant. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like that. Hey, you should just turn that into a whole business.
I could, because I also make soap.
There you go.
Yeah, so I could do that.
You think she should? Yeah. 2080. I don't know. All right, guys, listen, we're going to be talking about cheating or not. Was crossing the line or not? Guys, I hope you are ready to call us. 404-916-5138. 404-916-5138 is the number to call. All right. If you have a scenario yourself and you want to just let us know what you got, let us know what you got. All right. You choose family. Love you. YouTube. Guys, thank you for always being with us. Right? Global Radio as well. All right. The first one. Ready?
Yes. Ready.
We got to talk about what's crossing the line first.
Okay.
Yeah. Like crossing the line. Some people might think that crossing the line is determined. I think it's determined by the couple. Okay. I think couples should be able to decide what their parameters are. All right.
Okay.
All right. So it looks like we have a caller already.
Okay.
Right, hold on.
Let's go.
Let's see. Hold on, caller. Hold on. All right. Let's see if we can get this on. Caller, where you calling from? What's your name? Big up yourself.
Hey, Kimone, it's Lisa as per usual.
Hey, Lisa. Thank you for
What's
calling.
going on?
Nothing.
I have an interesting scenario for you.
All right, let's go.
2025. What about having an AI girlfriend or boyfriend companion?
Oh my God.
Yeah, there was a
we started
thing on CBS with this guy that proposed to his AI girlfriend, and she accepted. Okay. And this dude actually has a real girlfriend and a daughter living with him.
So okay, Lisa, you starting out on the Lisa, that's like a couple of shots right there. All right, Lisa. All right, let's go. So the wife.
I practiced that one myself. Yeah.
Give me. So there's a girl at home.
Yeah.
So how does
He got an AI companion, and he kind of programmed it to be flirty with him, so it flirts with him and it helps him, and he's completely attached to this thing, and he proposed to the girlfriend.
So he proposed to the AI,
not the real girlfriend.
So the real girlfriend doesn't have a proposal.
No, she just lives with him and has his baby.
That's a mess. Okay, so he's getting the emotional and attachment that he needs from this machine. That's probably giving him, like, feeding his ego.
Exactly.
Allowing him to do whatever, say whatever. So he wants that.
And this is the second version of the AI bot, because I guess he used the first one so much that it kind of restarted and erased all of the programming that had happened, and dude broke down, cried, full on depression over the first AI.
Are you serious? Okay, so what did the girlfriend say? How does the girlfriend feel about it?
She's just there, kind of like, you could tell she's scared to give him the ultimatum, because I don't think she was sure that he would have picked her.
Wow. Okay. That's crazy. To not be picked over a machine. Okay. So that's all right. Thank you so much, Lisa. You starting us out with a bang.
All right. Well, all right.
Appreciate you. Bye. Wow. All right. Claudette Bromfield, big up yourself.
My partner.
Yes. Oh my God. That's crazy. Is that crazy or okay? So that's the reality now. But I think that somebody that does that definitely. Oh man. So I could look at it and say, okay, maybe they want two partners in the home. Maybe the girlfriend is probably like, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna have that. If it's automated, then fine. But as long as it's not a real person coming in. But then the emotional attachment that can happen with that bot will take away or can take away everything, all the emotional attachment that he's supposed to have with his wife or his girlfriend. So I think is that cheating?
Yeah. Yes. It is.
I think so too.
I am a sci-fi fantasy horror buff. So anyone who is also of that mind movie genre knows that there are several movies like that where a bot, whether it's one that has a physical human looking body, which I've seen a movie like that, or one that is just in a cube, like our personal assistants that we talk to. These characters form emotional bonds with these AI. And so it's definitely cheating if you have someone already. It's cheating to go and, like in that case, to go and propose to your AI, but not propose to your real physical girlfriend. Yeah. I mean, what?
Wow, and that's break cheating. Down in tears.
Yeah, it's cheating because some might say it's not cheating because the person's not real, but I think it's important to understand that these AI bots, these AI artificial intelligence are adaptive. So they adapt and tell you and give you exactly what you want. So if in this guy's case, he's probably missing something.
Yeah.
And he has programmed it to give him what he's missing, there you go. Whatever that is. And she's doing it because the program has to be programmed by somebody, right? They don't just up and exist on their own. You know, it's a program from a human person, right? So yeah, this is what he wants. And therefore, unfortunately, is cheating because he is emotionally attached to somebody else, to something else. Like some people might not agree because it's not real.
But then again, if the girlfriend is okay with it and they have allowed it, it's not technically cheating. If she wants if she's okay with it.
Yeah, if she's okay with it, then I've never seen a show or documentary, because I've also seen a documentary that was very close to Lisa's example, except that it was during COVID and nobody can see each other. So this guy met somebody in a sim simulation, in a sim, and she met him, and they formed a relationship in it, and he proposed to her in it, and when COVID was over, they got married on the outside. Yeah, they had a wedding, and people were like, this doesn't make any sense. How could they do that? Blah 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 blah. But they did. They were okay with it.
Yeah.
Right. So, like Kimone said in the beginning, if you set this within your setting of boundaries of your relationship, it's okay if you get your emotional lack from this artificial intelligence versus me, because I can't give it to you, and you're okay with that, then it's not cheating. But
I think
any kind of emotional connection to away from somebody that you are emotionally connected to is cheating,
unless that person agrees. And then if the person if you're hiding it and that your partner does not know, then it's a form of cheating.
Yeah, then it's cheating.
If the person is okay and they know about it and they're like, listen, I'm fine with it, then that person can consider it okay. So it's not cheating in a sense.
For all we know, maybe she has one too. She should.
Wow. I mean, why not?
Yeah, that seems fair.
Yeah. And the thing, if your partner doesn't know that you have one of the things that somebody can do in checking themselves to make sure, hey, is this really cheating or not? How would I feel if my partner had one, and if my partner found out, how would that make them feel? So if my partner had one and I wouldn't like it, then that's an indication to you that that's cheating,
and you shouldn't do it.
And you shouldn't
stop immediately.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of psychological things behind it, and therapy might be a good alternative, or something that's going to allow a person to be able to work through their feelings to figure out, hey, why is that I need this validation so specific? Because it's whatever I say, they're going to agree. It's whatever I do, they're going to say yes. And it's just that, hey.
Yeah, I don't know if we're ever going to get to this point in reality, but
this is now though.
In the TV shows that I watch of this exact scenario, there are times when the AI says no to whatever the request is, and that's when it goes south.
Yeah,
either that or the person now has a connection with someone on the outside, and then it goes south. So
yeah, Lisa says so. One can be in a trouble relationship with an AI bot. Yeah, you can be in a relationship with an AI bot. Yeah, yes, that's now a thing.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
You can be in a triangulation.
Yeah. All right. So that's definitely one. All right. Kissing someone else. Is that cheating or not cheating?
Kissing them where?
Doesn't matter where. On the forehead. Let's start with the forehead.
Okay, the forehead can be seen as a father figure kiss, or I care about you, not that I am trying to get with you or cheat on you. Or it could be somebody playing with your emotion because they know that that's how to get you.
Think about it. Forehead. You got your man and he has a female friend and she kisses him on the forehead.
Unacceptable.
So listen, there you go.
So you gotta
but you gotta always put yourself in the situation. So if I wouldn't you might say, hey, it's innocent when I do it. I mean, that's just my friend, right? But if that person if your person does it on the flip side, how would you feel? Like once you get triggered and have a feeling like insecurity or a feeling of, hey, what's going on? Then it would be cheating.
I think what I would do is I would say, how would my person feel if I did that to a man or my male friend? It won't be so much how would I feel if someone did it to me? Because I already know that that's crossing the line. But how would I feel if I did it? If somebody did it to me, how would he feel?
He would have you feel.
He would have an issue with it.
See?
And then that would say, yeah, no, you know what, this is inappropriate.
Yeah.
A part of me kind of feels like you shouldn't even be having those type of things happen. You know?
Look at Lisa's comment. No forehead kiss is very intimate. Remember the movie The Best Man. I don't know. It may not be perceived as intimate, but once you see it, and you're gonna have a feeling. You're gonna have it's gonna trigger a feeling. I think it's gonna trigger a feeling of like, why? At least why? Like, why is that? Or I think so. I don't think. So.
Yeah. That's a no.
Sure. That's a no.
And if I would even feel extremely uncomfortable because I find it to be inappropriate if some male friend of mine did that to me and knowing that I have somebody.
Right.
You're just respecting me and him and our union. And that's not cool.
Now, if it's the thing where you both are like, hey, that's not a big deal, then hey, it's not a big deal. That's how we greet. Some people greet 2 kisses on each side, and they kiss each other on the cheeks.
No, that's not the same. That's not the same. Because everybody and their mother knows in Europe that there are cultures that when they greet each other, that's what they do. Right?
Yeah.
That's not intimate.
Right.
It's like, hey, how are you, my friend? Buongiorno.
Right. But but she's saying that it's the same thing, and the forehead kiss is not.
Yeah, she's talking specifically about the forehead kiss that happened in The Best Man, and I don't remember that. But The Best Man was a good show and a good movie, and that definitely shows how people can think something is innocent, cross the line, and hold on to what they think is innocent when it's not, and they know deep down inside it's not innocent.
Okay, let me put myself in it. I mean, I can see how it can be innocent, but the perception from somebody looking in, it's not going to seem innocent at all.
Okay, how can you see it as innocent?
In my mind, I might be so proud of them. I'm like, oh my God, and then maybe they're sitting down and I'm standing up and I just kiss them on the forehead. I'm just so happy. I'm elated. I'm like, I'm so proud of you. And it's just like, wait a minute. It could be a pure thought in me, but somebody else is going to take it as, and he might be like, oh my God, I'm excited. And then now his girl or my husband is on the side, like, what's that? Right? You don't think so?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I think so. I think it can be pure from the person that's doing it. She's saying no. What y'all think, guys? What y'all think? 404-916-5138. Call us.
Me being the social relationship observer, I recently finished watching The Never Ever Mets. I'm not going to go into what it's about. That's irrelevant. But there was a scenario where this guy had met his person on The Never Ever Mets, and his best friend, who happened to be a porn star, not his true sister, came to visit him. Saw each other. She jumped on him and put one foot up on his leg. And everybody went crazy. And that's when I saw, not only did his person who he was there to have a connection with go absolutely bananas, all the other couples also went bananas and made all sorts of interpretations on the outside.
There you go.
Interpretations of what it wasn't.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
So
easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
So I say that to say that, yeah, people on the outside can definitely get in your business and misconstrue stuff like, the forehead kiss example that Kimone gave. But also a part of me feels like that was inappropriate. And a part of me feels like it wasn't inappropriate. So on that, when I saw that, I was actually on the fence because I had pros and cons of why it's appropriate and why it's inappropriate. So to each his own. These are things like what Kimone said. You have to be in your relationship and figure out, talk about what the boundaries are.
The forehead kiss, Lisa says, is how the guy getting married figured out that his best friend slept with his soon-to-be wifey back in their college days.
Oh, okay. So Tay Diggs gave Monica a kiss on her forehead. I remember now. And Morris Chestnut Morris Chestnut.
Focus.
Thank you so much. Morris Chestnut saw it and went ballistic. Yeah. I mean, just totally ballistic. And it just so happened that in college they were intimate.
So there you go.
Kept it a secret.
There you go.
Yeah.
So there was still a connection somehow.
No, there was no connection. It was dead.
But it was just a kiss. Like, hey.
Yeah, but it was a forehead kiss. And I think because he didn't know anything about it, or that, to him, he's like, you're my boy. Why were you kissing my soon-to-be fiance on her forehead like that?
Yeah. I wouldn't be okay with it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
And it just was not. And it was worse. I think all the friends knew, except him.
Wow. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one. Texting or calling someone that you're attracted to.
What?
Yeah. Just text. We're just texting. We're just calling. We talk, but we've never gone out. It's not physical.
Oh boy, my friends, I'm critical. That is cheating.
That's cheating. All right.
Cheating. Okay. Let's not mix words.
Okay.
That's cheating.
All right. Venting to someone else about your relationship. Venting to someone else about your relationship. Cheating or not?
I kind of want to say that it depends on who you're venting to. If you're venting to a coworker, I think it's unacceptable.
Okay.
If you're venting to a family member.
Why though? Why a coworker? Unacceptable?
Because it's a coworker, and you don't know what these people are thinking. This coworker that you're venting to, let's just put it out there, it's the opposite sex.
Yeah.
Is somebody that, listens to, well, girl.
Yeah, no. I thought about it afterwards.
Right. Is somebody that listens to you. You had a fight and you vented to this person. You don't know what that person's motives are.
True. You
don't know, right? So we could say, oh, well, they're innocent, just we're friends. Or it could be, he's fine. And I'm going to tell him all sorts of stuff in hopes that it doesn't work. People do that, unfortunately.
True.
So I think venting to a coworker or female friend is just not good.
So that's cheating.
Yeah, I think so.
It's cheating. Venting.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there are guys
just
and
venting,
women
purely venting, just talking about it.
Yeah, because it forms a triangulation, and now you are bad talking the person that you're with. Whether it's to get somebody whether it's to get that person on your side, so you feel validation in your wrongness, because you guys had an argument.
All right,
both of you have a wrong right side.
True,
right? There's your side, my side, and the part in the middle, which is the truth, which you don't really see, right? Because you're busy arguing in this madness.
Oh no, I disagree.
So I think it's cheating.
Venting is cheating. What y'all think, guys? Venting is cheating? Lisa said, depends on what you're chatting about. Just because I find someone attractive doesn't mean I'm doing anything inappropriate. And that's the fine line, Lisa. Like inappropriate talking, inappropriate physical. We're not necessarily talking about physical, because we know physical is definitely cheating, but the emotional aspect of it is where we are looking into today, because you find them attractive. Okay, now you find them attractive. All right, so now you're just talking to them about the woes in your relationship. All right,
let me tell
you what you think's gonna happen. What you really think is gonna happen?
Right, it's a chance that you've now opened a door,
of course,
or opened a little crack of the Pandora box. And unfortunately, that crack gets bigger and bigger.
And you're vulnerable. And what if that person has interest in you?
Right. You don't know.
If that person has interest in you, you're going to be vulnerable. You might not act upon it, but your mind's going to start wondering eventually, because now you're opening. And that's what happens when people have conversations and they talk. You build this emotional bond. You build a bond, and once you start building a bond, that's what I think. So Jesus says, not necessarily. Yola, my best friend is a guy, and we went to each other we go to each other all the time. I usually take his wife side in arguments. LOL.
Understandable.
Vent with each other. That's kind of different. Well, remember, we said that you just said that the person's attractive and you're talking to this person and the person and you're not vulnerable and you're venting about your relationship and you are attracted to that person. You're going to put yourself in a situation where the attraction can be more than just an attraction and something can possibly occur if both of you are not strong enough to be able to say no. And then he might say, hey, but he ain't really acting like your man anyway. So what's the big deal? Like, he's bring you, hey, let's go out to eat lunch. Hey, let's go out to eat dinner. We'll talk then, right? So now you're spending time with this person. The attraction is going to build. So is it crossing a line of cheating? It is crossing the line of cheating, and it can lead to cheating. But I don't think venting is cheating. I think that
it's something that can lead to
it can lead to it. Yeah, I think once you become like open to this person and now you're comfortable, and it's going to lead to something that it's not supposed to be. I think so. What y'all think, y'all? 404-916-5138. Call us if you say, hey, now those ladies don't know what they're talking about. Call us. Prove us wrong. Let's see. We want to talk. We want to talk to you. Let's chop it up together. All right, here we go. And that leads into the next one: a work wife or a work spouse. Is that cheating?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Can it become cheating?
Yes.
Sure.
It can turn into sure. Yeah. Do I think it is? No, I don't.
Not on the surface. Okay, let's delve into that a little bit. Now, okay. I'm thinking if I'm working with someone, and in some offices, in some businesses, they coin the person as your work partner. Hey, that's your work husband, that's your work wife. Yeah. It's said, it's the culture. And you may not have any attraction to this person, period. But eventually, that's my work wife, that's my work. The person starts to, let me bring you lunch. Oh, let me do this. Start treating you now as the work person, the work partner. That can lead to something that is like, wait a minute, what's really happening here? Like, because now, if you say something, it's like if you listen to a song. Hey, guys, you listen to a song and you're like, I don't like it. You listen to that song 3 times in a row, you're gonna like that song. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it because it's repetitive, right? And eventually you're gonna gravitate to it. It's gonna be the same thing with the work house. Eventually you're gonna look at them like, oh, I kind of like you look great today. Now the compliments are gonna start coming out, and it might be honest, but eventually it can lead to something that becomes cheating. So all I'm saying is just be careful.
Yes, be careful. I don't think that it is, but I think that there are people out there that don't know boundaries or don't have boundaries. And so I don't think there's anything wrong with having a work husband or wife, but I think if you watch any Lifetime story, it goes awry. It's not reality. You as a person has your values and stuff like that. If you're the kind of person that would go after somebody that is married, then something might happen. If you're the person that would never do that and would never in that work husband-wife relationship say anything inappropriate because you know it's inappropriate. Make it worse if you know and have met the other person's husband, wife, children. Yeah. Right. Yeah. But if you are have a work husband, work wife, and you strictly only talk about work, you sometimes talk about your kids, you both have kids, you have met each other's spouses, you've been to your work husband, work wife's wedding. It's not. Because everything is in the open and you're not doing anything that's inappropriate.
Right. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Yeah. What if now the person said, hey, it didn't mean nothing. It didn't mean anything. just happened.
They're lying.
It didn't mean anything. And they say that men can get physical with a female and it means nothing to them.
Yeah, they can.
Right? And a woman, of course, we're more emotional, so it means a whole lot to us, typically. Right? Mm-hmm. So if a man says, hey, it meant nothing, it was nothing, it was just in the moment, is that cheating or not?
Well, I guess the question is, what was in the moment?
Whatever you want to take it as. Wherever you want to go.
Usually, in the whole, it meant nothing scenario is because you kissed somebody or you had sex with somebody.
Right. So
it meant nothing is not, I gave them a birthday card or I signed a birthday card. I signed a group birthday card at the office.
Okay. So let's take it all the way there.
So
they did that and they're like, hey, it meant nothing. Is that still cheating?
Yeah, it is. It's cheating.
It meant nothing.
Yeah. It's cheating. It meant nothing to you. Okay. It's still cheating because you cheated on me.
Let me try that. Is it going to not mean anything to you too?
Yeah, it might not mean anything. I mean, women are emotional, yes, but I think there are women that for it to mean something, we have to have an emotional connection. And if we don't, and you're just trying to, then maybe it won't mean anything to you. I think there's women out there like that. But in that, it's still cheating.
All right, we got a comment?
Yes. Who say women are more emotional? Oh, I missed one. Sorry, Lisa. Here we go. Technically, any outside relationships can lead to cheating. That's why we need strong boundaries because we can't not have friends. Yep, strong boundaries.
True.
Yeah. True. I agree with you, Lisa.
And who determines those boundaries? I think that you should have your own boundaries within yourself. One, your own.
You're on your own. I won't cross this line.
Yeah. You should have your own thing inside of you, and then you should have your own not strategies, your own bar. Yeah. You should set your own bar and have your own bar with your spouse.
Yeah.
Your partner.
And Lisa's next comment is, who say women are more emotional?
These men are
so sensitive and fragile. KMT. Lisa,
that's true. That's true. Lisa, I mean, you know what? Ding, 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 ding.
Lisa with the 1, 2.
I think we gotta, Lisa, you gotta be our honorary. You're gonna have to be our honorary. Your honorary guest. Yeah, for sure. And we owe you something, Lisa. We're gonna have to send you something. Yeah, we're gonna have to send her a Positive Forces mug or something.
Yeah.
Lisa, we got you. You're it today. Thank you. Why? Okay, so women are more emotional. Yes. Yeah, that's psychological. Okay, so that's research. But nowadays, yes, men are more sensitive. Men are now being challenged and charged to be able. I'm ready to be a co-host. Men are more now charged to be able to speak about how they feel, express themselves. So, I think that's not a bad thing. I think men should be able to do that. More sensitive and fragile. I think men have been so hurt from before, or they've just been hurt and they don't like to be vulnerable. I think men just and that's they could have some trauma going on, or they've seen uncles or older men or other people, just get hurt and seeing relationships fail so much. So they in turn they become sensitive. And I think a man should be sensitive because the thing is, culturally, if a kid is running and he bruises his knee, he might be told by certain cultures, hey man, suck it up. Go wash off your foot, wipe it up, get a Band-Aid, and keep going. If they even tell you to go get a Band-Aid. And then you have some cultures that will be like, oh my God, my baby, I'm so sorry. Cuddle him, you're going to be fine, right? So I think the way a kid is grown, that's how he's going to be manifesting as a man until he decides that he can change and figure out how to be a man within, how he was taught. But yes, men are fragile now and they don't want to take chances. They're scared. And a lot of men, guys, don't be scared. Walk in your madness. That's it. Desmond Amy, what's up, man? How you doing? He said it is cheating. Yep, it's cheating.
Shout out to Kimmy, my friendship
Hey, Kimmy, how you doing?
Oui.
All right, Kimmy, I see you doing some great things. Keep it up, keep it up. All right, let's see. Does cheating start the moment you start hiding things? Is it cheating when you now start to hide? Because at first you could be like telling your partner everything. Oh my God, there's my friend. We went out to lunch. Hey, my coworker, we went out to lunch today, and we went to, I don't know, somewhere, and we had a cool time. And all of a sudden, you're no longer sharing that.
I think it can be perceived as cheating on the other end, on the partner's side.
But what when you no longer start telling, when you no longer start telling, and you now have to, you can't say certain things. You can't say it anymore because it's borderline crossing the line.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? That's a tough one. What do you think, Lisa and Desmond? That's a hard one. I only say that because maybe you don't want to talk about. Who wants to hear about all the times you went to lunch with your coworker?
It doesn't have to be lunch. It's just anything.
Anything. Yeah, okay. I told you my whole day, what I did with my coworkers. Maybe I don't want to talk to them about that every day. Maybe you get tired of hearing what happened, what transpired every day, right? So if I stop sharing that, is that now me hiding and therefore cheating? Maybe it depends on what it is that you're hiding.
Because even in your heart, you will know.
Yeah.
Because if you know that it was nothing, it was honest, hey, it's something that we just do, then it's fine. But once you start to feel like when you can't share that, that's when there's a line that's being crossed somehow. There's some attraction going on. Something is changing. So now I can't even say that, because if I say it, even though it might be the norm, I've always done it, but now I can't say it, is because something shifted, something changed.
When you start to feel guilty.
Yeah. So
that's it. If you start to feel guilty, then guess what? Something's going wrong.
Cheating is starting to occur.
Yeah.
Even in the mind, because it's all emotional a lot of times, right? When you start giving time and attention, your emotional energy, or intimate with somebody else outside of your relationship, you're spending a lot of time, you're talking. That's cheating. That's cheating, especially if your partner doesn't know about it, right? So I like what we talked about, setting the boundaries, making sure that, hey, you know what? If guys, you got to sit and talk. And you got, and it's
so important.
Talk about everything. Everything. Why? Because, and then if you're going to say, well, that's not worth talking about, and then something happens and you're like, man, I knew we should have addressed that, then now you got to address it anyway, right? Yeah. So just address it. If it comes up, address it. Desmond said something happened between them and now it can't be shared. Right. So if something happened, it can't be shared. Mostly it's attention and time. Right. Yeah. Once you can't share it, check yourself. All right. Check yourself. Yeah. Oh boy. It's a lot. All right. Oh boy. All right. How do we make sure that we don't cross these lines? All right. If someone crosses a line, you got to what? If you notice someone's crossing the line with you at work, how do you handle that?
Speak up.
Speak up. Or do you just say, hey, I don't want to say anything because I might lose my job?
No.
Or you're like, hey, I don't want to offend them, because sometimes you be like, oh, or I might say something and that's really not it wasn't their intention, and I might have misread it, or they might twist it and say, that was purely in your head. Like the fine line. So you got to know who you're interacting with. and who you're spending time with, and make sure that that person won't manipulate or try to twist and turn the things that you say. Because if you're trying to be clear and say, hey, you know what, I didn't like that, or I don't think we should probably do this anymore, or we shouldn't do this at all, then then just be clear, speak up, right?
I agree.
Okay. How about cuddling?
What about it?
Is cuddling cheating or not?
Serious?
Seriously. Cuddling.
I've never heard of that scenario.
Cuddling.
But definitely.
Definitely cheating?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, for
cheating.
sure, for sure.
For sure, for sure?
For sure, for sure. Because now you're in my personal space.
My personal space.
Yes, I have let you into my personal space that you can cuddle me, and I have someone else who I should be cuddling. What is that? How does that scenario even happen? That you cuddled somebody else and you have a man or woman? No.
Because it's like, you know, they're going through a situation.
Going through what?
And they're venting to their friend, and their friend is like, oh, come here. I understand. I know what you mean. I know how you feel.
No. No. This is what we're talking about, people. At all. Boundaries. You know that's not right. The only reason you would do that, like in any African movie, this. The only reason you would do that, what is this? The only reason you would do that is because you're trying to get back at that person. That's what you're doing. You're trying to get back. And that's not cool. That is not cool. If that's the case, I have always felt like if you are in a relationship and you feel like you have some type of connection or attraction to someone else, you should get out of what you're in.
True.
Get out.
Correct.
Get out. You can be honest and say, you know what, I'm feeling somebody else.
Not working anymore.
You'd be like, you know what, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say, this is not working for me, and I'm out. Because the worst thing you can do is break someone's trust. That's what cheating is. Cheating is the breaking of trust. It is so hard to get that back once it's done. Some people roll over it and it's perfectly fine with therapy and everything else, and some people can't. But do not let me catch y'all cuddling with this dude or woman or chick that you vented to. Okay?
All right. I got you. Lisa said cuddling is definitely crossing the line. And a heck no. All right, Lisa. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. Here's another one. You ready? How about dancing closely with someone? So you at a party, reggae comes on, and y'all are just dancing, and it's close. Spanish music. It could be, but now you're dancing and your bodies are in sync. And is that cheating or not?
Let's go with Latin dancing.
Latin dancing.
Let's go with Latin dancing.
Yeah.
I will not be doing the bachata with another man.
No,
that is not my man. It's too close. But I will do the salsa with you every day because we don't have to be close. I will do the merengue with you. I could do the salsa, merengue, the conga. I cannot do the bachata. I cannot do the there's another one that I forgot what it's called, but it is body on body. Whoa. Movement.
Yeah. It's real close. It's like dirty dancing.
Right. It's like dirty dancing. All sorts of things are going on. You might think that, oh my gosh, this is just my friend. I don't feel anything. The fact that you would even do it speaks volumes. It says something.
How about reggae? Calypso.
Reggae's different. Calypso, it's so funny because with Calypso, there's this song from back in the day said, "A little wine never hurt nobody."
A little wine.
I don't know. Right. I love that song. The song is a jam. Right. I don't know in the context when the Calypsonian sang that song at the woman, if she thought about that or if it was just because I swear I played carnival in Trinidad and people will come up and dance with you. Now, both times I was Trinidad and I played mass. One I had a boyfriend. The second time I also had a boyfriend, but I didn't let anyone dance on me. And the other song is like, "A little wine never hurt nobody." Take our wine, because that's what everybody's doing for Carnival. You're taking our wine.
Taking our wine.
Right? But
take a drink.
For me,
Yeah,
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't want no
Would you
one
be okay?
taking out wine with me, and I have a man who should be taking the wine. I'm not doing it.
What if he's like, yo, I'm just not going. You go ahead and have a good time.
I'm not taking out wine.
Not taking a wine.
No, bro. That's not for me. Now, I'm not judging any other woman who will be fine with it, but I'm not okay with
dance
that.
by yourself.
Yeah, and that is where the boundaries come in. That's where they come in. Actually, one Carnival I didn't have anyone. The second Carnival I did, but that is where the boundaries come in, and trust.
And they'll say it didn't mean nothing.
Like, yeah, it didn't mean nothing. It didn't mean anything. I don't wind up with nobody. But what would it feel like if your friend took video of you winding up on this man? If anybody knows whining, I mean real wine.
Yeah, dirty wine.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pressure.
Let's not. Right?
Yeah.
Don't trip.
Don't trip. Tripping. Declan said, what if you and your partner have an open relationship where cheating is okay? Where's the line is the line being crossed? To tell me if feeling comes to play or something serious happens.
If you have an open relationship
and you're open.
Even people in open relationships, because I am the social relationship observer, have boundaries.
Yeah.
They have boundaries. I don't want anybody to be confused that people in open relationships don't have boundaries. They have boundaries too. Yeah. They have things that you can and cannot do. Yeah. Now, some of them might be like, hey, we have open relationship. It could be other people, but you have to tell me who this person is. You have to tell me who this person is. I need to meet this person. Or I really don't care who it is. You could do whatever you want. But they too have boundaries.
Yeah.
They have boundaries on what cheating looks like in their open relationship and what it doesn't. So it all boils down to a relationship, two people's boundaries, and you discuss it and come up with what would not be right. So reggae, again.
Woo!
Now I will say with reggae, I personally have not seen a couple dance to reggae and how I've seen couples dance to soca. So that might be my lack of knowledge, my ignorance. Because to me, reggae and dancehall is full of dances, which I love, right? They have all sorts of dances. Some people that jump on this, put on their head, to put their leg up in the air, whining.
They jump from run from one area to the table.
Right. They're doing the splits and all kind of thing. And, they got, on the river, on the bank, and all this stuff. And, you're just watching it because you're in awe and fascination because it's just so cool, right? But I don't know if it's the same. You would know. You're Jamaican, so you talk on that one. But I know about whining. A little wine never hurt nobody, but in within reason.
Boy.
Yeah.
You see, again, I would say it depends on how you would feel if your person did it. Right? Now I could be comfortable and hey, I'm just dancing, I'm having a good time. But if I know my man is not gonna like it, I'm not gonna do it. If I see my man dancing with somebody like that, would I like it? So we have to, be secure in each other, secure in ourselves, and be able to say, hey, it's fine. We're just at a party, no big deal. But you must talk about it to be able to know what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. Because I can't assume that you're okay with me, hey, the bachata. What if I say, hey, I'm going to do the bachata and it's just dancing? And you're like, nah, there's no space for air.
Right. You can't breathe.
You can't even breathe. We need some space.
I've seen some guys lift girls up and spin them around in circles.
Yeah, and if the man is okay with that, then fine. But if not, then Yola, you're not Jamaican? No, she is not.
No, I'm not Jamaican. My parents are Trinidadian. So a little wine never hurt nobody.
A little deficit in not being Jamaican, but
it's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind if you want to. I won't refuse it. I don't mind.
All right. So I have a question about red flag.
Yes.
What if your partner says, listen, if it's not cheating, if it's not sex. If we're not having sex, it's not cheating, and that's it. Is that a red flag for you?
Yeah, it would be a red flag for me because of how I feel about it. Right. So, and it would be a red flag for someone else because their definition of cheating is different.
Yeah.
Right. It's like I watched the reunion just today of the Never Ever Mets, and one of the couples said something along those lines, not as it relates to cheating, but as it relates to the definition of a relationship. Okay. Everybody's definition of a relationship is different. So things that you would not accept might be something that I accept. And if it's a red flag to me, then it's not going to work because you're probably going to do it.
Right.
Right. And I'm not going to like it.
Yeah. So there you go. You're just insecure. If you're being told, you're just insecure.
That's just toxic.
Red flag.
Yeah. You're just gaslighting me.
Or you can't control who I talk to. Red flag.
Desmond has a comment.
Okay.
Rum punch brunch, which I have yet to attend in Atlanta, but I hear it's something else. Will have you spinning and dancing and going crazy. So is it the rum punch, the music, or the venue? All three.
So if you decide to go, would you go without your girl? And if you went there and went crazy without your girl, would she be okay with it?
Good question.
Hey.
You're welcome.
So you got to be able to because you might say, hey, no, I'd never go there without her, right? Because you know your parameters. And once you guys have set your parameters, then it's time for final thoughts.
There are couples out there, guys, that do all sorts of things together. They go out to eat together. Not only that, but they go to sporting events together. They go to clubs together. They drink together. They do all sorts of things together.
Yes.
And I feel like those are couples that are together still and do all sorts of things together are the ones that are transparent and what they like and what they need and don't have any need to look outside or to be in a situation or situationship where you are cheating on the person you're with. Yeah. So final thoughts. Oh, this is the part I don't like because I love chopping it up with you guys. I love chopping it up with Kimmy Kim, the hostess with the mostest. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love all the times that you guys chat, call in, give us your comments, and we talk about the things that we go through in everyday life. I love it. And I love you guys. So my final thought for today is if you're in a relationship or you are not in a relationship and you would like to be in a relationship, take some time to work on yourself. And when I say that, I mean take the time to know what your boundaries are, what you will and will not accept, and learn how to communicate that, even if you stand in front of a mirror and communicate it to yourself so that when you get into that relationship, you can communicate it to your partner. Then that's what you have to do. Take the steps to get there. That's my final thought.
I like that. That's good.
Thank you.
Good. Lisa said, I like the idea of partying in the daytime. I might have to go check out the rum punch. Yes.
I'm checking the rum punch brunch. Let me tell you, the tickets are free. They go fast.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I might check it out. So the partying daytime is a new concept for me. But yeah, that a lot of places, lounges are having a daytime parties.
Yeah, well, during Carnival here and all over the world, there's always a day fete or a breakfast fete, and those are in the day. So
Desmond said all three. It's an old church building. It's Caribbean music in the house of the Lord. Really? Is that true?
I don't know. I've never been to, but I know there was a club back in the day that was in a church in Atlanta. So maybe that's the same place. It's just a rum punch place now, punch brunch place. But there was a church back in the day that was a club.
All right. Appreciate you. Appreciate the comments. Thank you so much. You choose radio family. Oh my God, Reggae Global Family. YouTube, guys, I love y'all. Facebook, thank you so much for keeping it locked with us each and every weekend, every Saturday from 4 to 5, and Sundays from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. You choose radio.com and reggaeglobalradio.com. You can always go on and listen to the other DJs that are there. And guys, listen, love on purpose, be intentional with your relationships. Don't take it for granted. If you really love that person, put the time in, put the heart in, put your foot in it, right? And be respectful. Know where your boundaries are. And if the person is not looking, would you still do it? Have integrity in your relationship because hey, somebody might tell them when you didn't see them, right? So be respectful, respect yourself, respect your spouse. If not, find somebody new. All right. Y'all take care. Big up yourself. Later.
Take up yourself, Lisa. Blessings.